everyone. I'm currently making a GCSE Notion template, and it's supposed to be like this whole organization system. It has a place for you to put your school timetable, your weekly plan, your daily plan. It has spaces, study roulettes, so it has like all the curriculums for the sciences and maths and computer science and geography as well. Only AQA though. And then it has revision spaces, so a place where you can do flashcards, blurting, a lot of useful tips. In English language, there's a place where you can type down any kind of practice questions you're doing. In English literature, there's a quote bank, there's a homework tracker, there's a retrospective timetable as well. So with all this, I just watched a video about this by J Spark, which is one of the GCSE YouTubers, and he was talking about how Notion is not made. No, not him. Sorry. One thing that I've noticed, because I've kind of been researching if there's actually a lot of Notion things made for GCSE students, and one thing I've noticed like that is common is people saying that Notion is too complicated, or it's just not made for students, or it's just, and honestly, I'm just here to say I really don't get that claim. Notion is not too complicated unless you're like some professional engineer or something and you know how to code and you want to like make different kind of stuff on Notion. But honestly, with the features that it offers you like simply, you can really do a lot with Notion. There's so much to do. You can make text, flashcards, toggles, to-do lists, planners, trackers, so many different things you can do with Notion. And I've literally made a template where you can like put everything. There's also Notion AI. You can literally ask the AI to make something for you. Obviously there's like, to be fair, Notion AI is like a limited amount of asks, but it's not just 10 or 20 or 15. I think there's up to 50 because I used it a lot. I've been using it since like the beginning, since I had Notion. So isn't it better than just like switching to ChatGPT, just ask Notion AI to mark your thing for you or something like that? The reason, first of all, people saying Notion is too complicated. I don't think it is. I've been using Notion since I was in year 7, and I've never used Notion consistently, but a lot of the time, like you could, let me show you actually. You could literally go to my Notion, like my old Notion that I've had for the longest time, like 5-6 years. It was not difficult. All you have to do is just press / and then just type anything that you want. Like you can just type text, you can make a heading, you can make notes, you can make flashcards, you can make to-do, like there's just everything. You can make a page in a page. It's just like Word, but more features, not more advanced. Let me just show you. Okay, something I really like about Notion is, yes, I didn't use it consistently like forever. I would use it for like maybe, let me say, a month, and then I'd just stop and then use it, and then in the next 2 months I'd use it again. But what's really good about this is like years later I can literally go back to my Notion and see goals that I had for like 2024 or goals that I had for 2025. Let me show you guys. Look, I have break plans. This was when I was in year 9. See how simple it is. Literally all you have to do is just make a page, like just type anything you want. It does not have to be complicated. Like just type anything you want. There's not too much. Okay, this is a lot of to-dos. This was like a break plan, winter break, and that I never really finished it. There's new beginnings. This is a template again. I didn't even make this myself. This is a template from a YouTuber, and it has like 2024 things that I wanted to do, and it's so nice to look through this because it's 2025 now, and I did this in 2023. I can see what things I wanted to accomplish then, what things that I was working towards, and see, oh my god, I wanted to be able to have a skincare routine or go to France or something, and now I've done that. So I'm like, wow, isn't that nice? You can go to school. As you can see, it doesn't have to be complicated. I usually just had like just a bunch of pages for each subject. Like for example, in humanities, more pages, just took notes in here for different types of stuff, made toggles. It's that simple, guys. It is that simple. You don't need to do too much. This was in one of my TikToks, and it was the one about Ari when I did revision, and I got a grade 9 for this as well. I just made kind of flashcards, but then blurting flashcards kind of. and it took me long, but that was because I was revising, not because I was using Notion. There's like skincare, so many pages that I've made myself, Seneca notes. So, like, you could just make a page and just write anything you want. For example, I made this page spontaneously when I was doing Seneca, and I realized there was a lot of knowledge that was in Seneca that I didn't already know. There's study plan, there's so much in the study plan. I just wrote like, okay, Saturday the 20th of January, what did I want to do today, made a page, and then just put a to-do list literally there. And just, yeah, in each to-do list, so there was like, okay, there was a toggle morning routine, and then under morning routine I put in, okay, what was I supposed to do in my morning routine. Then under like maths practice, what am I supposed to do in maths practice, breaking down my stuff. Now that is my Notion. That is what I used to use Notion for. I don't But this is the Notion that I recently created to basically maximize my revision, and also hopefully you guys' revision, and it looks so much better. So this is, ooh, I can't do this right now, but this is my Notion template that I've just been making. I haven't finished it perfectly yet, but as you can see, there's not a lot. I didn't want you guys to be scrolling too much if you had it. One thing is, I do recognize the fact that not everyone has laptops, so it looks really good on the phone as well, and looks really good on an iPad too. I use it on my iPad most of the time, so I hardly use it on here. But this is just like the big screen to show how it should look usually. So there's your week, an exam revision plan, and a school timetable. I'm not really gonna go in depth, but these are just the things that are in it. There's a your week, which is just like a weekly plan. You have like all the days of the week. You can add to-do lists, you can add weekly goals. There's a habit tracker, there's a study time tracker, all that good stuff. Then there's the daily plan. These things here are just for like organization. They will not really help you specifically like revise for your GCSEs. It's not revision tips and that. There's a time blocking space, a Pomodoro timer. It's still loading, but a to-do list, a daily plan, a daily archive. Like, you can pick what subjects you're doing from here. It's really that simple. There's nothing for me to say. Like, then that's the daily plan, and then here is where we have all the subjects. These are all the subjects I've included: maths, biology, art, RE, English language, French, computer science. Oh my god, I need to breathe. Geography, English literature, history, chemistry, physics, business, DT, and a place for you to put yours. Honestly, I'm thinking of removing DT, because who actually does DT? And maybe put in something else, health and social, maybe. And then at the bottom there's a homework tracker, and as you can see, you can scroll through like this for each subject, and then you can just add a homework. So for example, this is the English one, so you can just add one for English. And there's different views for everything. So here this is the by subject view, so it's organized by the subject. There's an all homework view, so it's just like a table. And then there's a calendar view, and this is where you see it by like when the homework is due. So you can put in when it's due, and then you can check, okay, I've got homework due like 4 days from now, I have to do it, and that. Even though I don't really think, like, the only homework that you would have that is due is probably like Sparks Maths or something. So next is, okay, let's go through the pages. First, we're going to talk about the maths workspace. So in each workspace there's 2 sections. I know it looks really empty, but it gets bigger. So there's a homework page, a retrospective timetable, curriculum, which is the study roulette, I might rename that, and then there's revision. And these are divided into school and self-study. So in school there's obviously homework. If you just want to personalize your homework, you don't want to put it on like the main page. There's a retrospective timetable, and I explain what a retrospective timetable is, and it's just use it, just look at it and use it, because it will really help you. It will really help you. Like, if you don't watch the study gurus, then you probably don't know. But so many GCSE students like talk about it, people that have got 9s and all that. And there's the curriculum, and the curriculum is the study roulette. In fact, There's a graph so you can see how much you've done and how much you have not done. And at the moment, you have not started 167 topics for AQA and Edexcel Higher. There is a specification for AQA and Edexcel Foundation and a specification for OCR, which is also sorted into higher tier and foundation, but I just didn't separate it. You just have to figure it out yourself. Guys, you don't know how long it took to type down 200 topics. Don't disturb. Okay, so this is most of the pages. Okay, so I've given you maths, biology. Actually, I don't want to use biology for example. The only thing that biology has that nothing else has is the task dump, where you can put biology specific things that you need to do. But there's homework, thingy, study roulette, everything like that. I also should tell you how to use the study roulette in the start, and I give you a guide. And also, if you do combined science versus separate science, I tell you how to use the picker wheel so you can actually use it properly and it's not like it doesn't look bad or anything. There's physics. I don't really know what I'm showing here. Okay, the revision space. Really, Notion is not that difficult. You don't need to be doing all that coding and all that stuff. Just literally just type or use Notion AI, like literally right here. Just ask it something. Like you can ask it, oh, can you help me define this? I watched the video that I watched by Jay Spock. He was talking about if you're taking notes in Notion and you don't understand the word or something, you can literally just ask Notion like for the meaning, and it tailors it to what you're doing, like specifically to what you're doing. Because you could always go search Google, but Google won't give you the definition in the context that you're revising for, if you get what I mean. I got what he meant, but if you don't understand, go watch his video. So here there's flashcards. These are all the things that are, this is like the base, but in some subjects there's different things. So there's flashcards, and in flashcards it's divided into paper 1 and paper 2, and I've put a simple layout for how you can make flashcards in Notion, so you can just edit it and do what you want. And I've also given you so many apps that you can use instead, because apps are better than using Notion, because Notion is not for flashcards, but you could use it for flashcards. Okay, in the bottom there's an extra like little note about resources that you could use and resources that have personally helped me. I predicted a 9.9 in science. I do combine science, but I don't think that's a definite argument. My school just doesn't offer triple. I would have done it if that was the case. But yeah, I predicted a 9.9, so okay. Next is blurting. The blurting space, again, a lot of tips for how you can use blurting. See, it's a lot. I know you don't want to read that. Sorry, if you don't want to, that's fine. This is just extra if you want to, but this is like the base. This is just like the main, this up here. And then I've also put like a little guide on how to use it, so like the toggle and everything. Then notes is pretty much just notes, like just taking notes. This is where you can use Notion AI to use, see what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if I can like, yeah. So if you look closer, there's like this white thing, like this. Can you see that little grey thing? It's basically just Notion asking you to press space, the space bar if you want to use AI, or to press / if you want to add something. So if you press / and then you write and then you type TODO, you can add a to-do list basically. Okay, so here you just take notes. Like I just thought I'd just put a space, you know, where you can just brain dump anything really. And there's the Cornell note system, and a lot of people haven't heard about this because it was made like recent. But I use this a lot for my computer science mock, and I would show you, but the notes that I made are on my iPad, and I'm filming on my iPad, so yeah. But you could use like this for it. This is a specific note. This is a template made by Notion. I didn't make the template, but I thought it'd be really useful, so I just included it here. And then there's a track your past papers page, and this page is for exactly what it says, tracking your past papers. There's different columns, and I think this would really be helpful to keep track of questions that you missed or what you got wrong. And this is like the holy grail. They never make the mistake. Oh my god, I can't speak. the never make the same mistakes again page, and this is basically what it says. You take screenshots or you note down any exam questions that you think are being repeated or that you didn't get right, and write down the answers and learn the answers. This is what got me them 9s in my mocks. Okay, I wrote down the answers. For example, the definition of isotopes. In school, they said it's the different versions of elements. Oh my god, I need to revise, guys. I haven't done any revision in like weeks. It's the different versions of elements with the same number of protons but a different number of neutrons. But if you put that in the exam, you're not going to get the mark. In the exam, you have to say it's atoms of the same element with the same number of protons and different number of neutrons. You have to say atoms. They say different versions in school, and I'm just like, I wouldn't have realized that if I didn't do a past paper. And then I literally put it on like a Google Doc, because I didn't use Notion then. I literally put like the picture of the question and the answer on a Google Doc, because it was a recurring question, and I knew that I was not going to lose 1 mark on something that easy that I knew, but I just didn't word right, if you get what I mean. So yeah, and then there's obviously a clicker thing to go back to my GCSE space. I'm going to show you 2 more features. There's, I think actually, did I show you the daily planner? Oh, I did. Okay. Going to show you 2 more features. First of all is the English literature quote bank. I got the idea to do this from, first of all, basically, I was scrolling on TikTok. I'm friends with a lot of not friends, like we follow each other. So friends with a lot of study YouTubers, study TikTokers on TikTok, like year 10s, and basically like the videos they repost come up on my FYP, obviously. So I was like going through my FYP, and there's this particular girl that her videos are recurring on my For You page. I think I follow her as well, and then I saw that one of the people I follow and they follow me reposted the video. And it was basically about quote banks and how to use them. Now, let me show you something. Let me just show you. So, for me personally, I have not read any of the text for my English literature mocks, my English literature exam. I've not read Macbeth. I've not read Animal Farm. I've read A Christmas Carol, but I don't remember anything from stave 3 to stave 5. I don't remember nothing. I wouldn't say like quote banks, but I made summary sheets with like quotes, and I like wrote it down everything for stave 1 and stave 2 of A Christmas Carol. I started reading Macbeth and I made this, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And I think if I did it in Notion, it would have been so much easier to just keep everything together. In Notion, you can also collaborate with people. So if you and your friends wanted to like work, like just add in different quotes and add in different analysis so you can help each other out, you could also do that. But is it okay to be showing my thing? Let me just quickly find it. I have so many notes. This is the notes for the chemistry questions that I made. So this is proof, guys. Without this, I would not have gotten what I got. Okay, I put the pictures and the mark schemes and everything. But what I'm looking for is let me just, where is it? I even forgot what I said, like the thing about, my quote bank for Macbeth. Yeah, I have one for Animal Farm as well, but I haven't put anything in it. Oh, Macbeth. Yeah, I haven't touched it since the 3rd of June. You can tell that I haven't done much at all. As you can see, there's Act 1, Scene 1, there's like summaries, and then there's color coding for each character. Then I summarized everything, put like quotes, some analysis that I had. Then at the bottom, and this is just Act 1, by the way, so it's a bit too much. But at the bottom, I've put all the themes that ChatGPT gave me, because I didn't even know what the themes were at the time. But I've put the themes in Notion, so you're good to go, don't worry. Fate versus free will, and I've put quotes that show it, and I've put tables and different things like that show it from Act 1. You go to Act 2, oh my god, there's a lot. I've also sorted it by characters as well. So themes, characters, and then there's something else. There's one last thing, I can't remember. Like changing character or something. Oh yeah, context, key quote, blah, 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 blah. Anyways. And there's Act 2. I started Act 2. Did a lot more analysis, especially for this one, as you can tell. So this is good. I like that I did that, but Notion is just cuter. As you can see, I've got like different things for each of the texts. You can always add your own text, and I've put like a guide to how to add it. It's really not that difficult. It's not difficult at all. So if you go into Macbeth, this is what it looks like. See, a lot smaller, a lot more condensed, a lot less of what it was. Okay, so oh, more. Oh shoot. Okay, so here, first of all, we've got this. This is like the Holy Grail. This, I don't know if you can't even see my cursor. This is like the Holy Grail. So this is all your quotes. You can see all your quotes in this format, in this table format. But you can also sort your quotes by character. You can sort your quotes by theme. This is by theme, by the way. You can sort your quotes in chronological order. So from Act 1 to Act 5. Or scene 1, you know. You can sort your quotes in terms of significance for your exam. So for example, if you know what your mock question is going to be, you can add like what significance this has to your exam. For example, oh, okay, last I heard that this year's question was ambition in Macbeth, so it's probably not going to be ambition. So it would the quotes on ambition would be of less significance to quotes on maybe the supernatural. I don't know. Then there's key events. So this is where you can add. Oh, this needs fixing, but it's supposed to be like a place where you can add like quotes based on the like just what is happening. It's like a plot summary, really. Then there's a plot summary page, and this is mainly what I did here, but cuter, I guess. And you can add there's like a way to add colors, so you can do each character, and then at the bottom here there's a theme box. So under each thing there's a theme table for you to add like themes, different stuff like that. Everything. It's all here. And after that, there's also a flashcard page if you don't want to use this, which I don't know why you would not use this. This is a godsend. But if you want it to do flashcards instead and just write your quote and then write whatever the answer is underneath, you can do that as well. I've put a space there if you want to. So I've got quote banks for Macbeth, A Christmas Carol, Animal Farm, and Spectacles, Romeo and Juliet, The Tempest, and you can add your own. It's not that difficult, trust. Then there's a piece a week. This is also in the English Literature Workspace, and this is basically where if you do any practice questions, like you're practicing paper 1, question 2, you could just type it here instead of like doing it on some random place. Like you can have all your paper 1, question 2s. Then you can keep track of the grades that you got over here, and then you can put like the date and when you got this grade, and then when you redo a paper 1, question 2 again, you can put, okay, this is how much my grade has improved in this table as well. There's different views as usual, but yeah. And then there's a guide, and there's tips, a lot of tips. There's so many tips. Wait, let me go to the bottom, because I put a lot of tips for French. I've been learning French for a really long time. I think 10 years now. Don't come at me because I don't know how to speak it. It's embarrassing, I know. But okay, so in French, let's go to the revision space. The revision space is something I'm really proud of. Okay, so I've put very good tips, guys. These tips will get you through these exams. As someone who hasn't had a French teacher for 2 months, so when you go in the toggle, what? For what? What? Mine. Oh. Oh well. Me too, I'm scared. Me too. I hope I do good on results day. Anyways, so these are the tips for speaking. If you want it, you can get it. If you want it, you can get it. Guys, trust me. It's just a little bit of trust. I know I haven't offered too much. I haven't showed any of my skills. Why should you trust me to give you good tips? I've been doing French since I was in year 1. Trust, I've tried everything. I know what's good, I know what's bad, I know what things you can use. These are the tips for writing. I used to struggle with listening so bad, but I've been doing so many I've only done 3 past papers really. I've done 3 past papers and I've improved so much in my listening because of these techniques that I've used, that I've told you in this Notion template book, if you don't want to know. Also, reading is really, really easy. If you do really well in speaking, listening, and writing, you are definitely going to be good in reading. So that's what I just said. And that is really all. That is the Notion. Actually, that's not all, but I didn't show you guys the exam revision plan. It has a place where you can put your exam timetable if you have a mocks or your actual GCSEs. You can put the revision plan for each subject. So, okay, I have maths paper 1 only, so I need to do all these topics in maths paper 1. That's what this place is for. You can add more subjects if you need to. Then there's a half-term revision plan, or just just any time that you have a free week and you want to revise, you can use this table. Then there's a mock results page where you can keep track of your mock results and reflect. For example, here I've put maths, and then you can say, in my year 10 mocks I got a 6, in my November mocks I got an 8, and it was just because I made too many silly mistakes. So in my January mocks I'm hoping to get a 9 or something. I don't know. And then the last page that I didn't show you guys is the school timetable. In the school timetable, this one was requested. I didn't really think y'all would need this because you already have your school timetable, but if you wanted to, just for a little organization, you could put there's the periods and everything, and you can customize it. Obviously not everyone has the same school times, but there's Monday to Friday, and you can put your things. There's also a place for you to put your passwords. My family is notorious for forgetting passwords to everything. So I've put a place where you can store your passwords, and they're in toggles. So if anyone goes into your Notion, they're not gonna just find it immediately unless they do. But honestly, these passwords are not important. Your school account, your parent pay, Spark, Seneca, Care, Boodle. And then after that, there's contact information. Someone also asked for this, so if you ever want to keep your contact information for your teachers, what rooms your classes are in, your head of year, form tutor, school office, that's there for that. And that is pretty much all I can say for this. There's nothing else special. Maybe the computer science page, but other than that, that's most done. So yeah.